Good morning, everyone. My name is Liz Diaz, and um, happy belated New Year. Welcome to the registration webinar for the Regional Alliance Marketplace for Procurement, also known as RAMP. On behalf of the Office of Procurement, we're pleased that you could join us today for this informative presentation. Today's webinar will include an overview of the RAMP registration process, including some commonly asked questions regarding registration, certifications, and opportunities. RAMP offers a vast number of contracting opportunities with the City of Los Angeles, as well as other regional partners who also use this platform to post opportunities. Please note that this presentation is being recorded and you will receive a copy of the recording, the slide deck, and the chat history. We also kindly ask that you mute yourselves in order to clearly hear today's presentation. If you have any questions or comments during the presentation, feel free to drop them via the chat function, where we have staff available to answer your questions there in real time. However, if time permits, at the end of our presentation, we may take a few questions from the chat function and answer them verbally before the session ends at noon. We hold these webinars on a monthly basis, and we would like to know how many folks have joined us this month. As such, we have a short survey that we ask you to respond to for our own information. So we'd like to know how many of you have ever attended one of our RAMP webinar presentations in the past. So please take a moment to respond to the survey. Okay, so it looks like we have a good number of new participants today. So that's good to know. We always like to have an opportunity to inform new folks on this webinar. So thank you for that. Next slide. Next slide. So Shannon Hoppus serves as the City Procurement Officer for the City of Los Angeles. Shannon has been the chief proponent of this platform and has been instrumental in securing the participation of our regional partners added to this platform of opportunities. Welcome, Shannon.
Thanks, Liz. Welcome, everyone. So good to see you. Hope you're having a good 2024, and really thank you for taking the time to spend with us today so we can share a bit more about what RAMP is, some of the opportunities we have for hopefully your business. It's great to see so many newcomers to this space. We hold these monthly webinars with the intent of reaching those of you who are not familiar with this space, and it's great to see that there's still so many businesses out there that are interested in learning more. So let's get to it. Next slide. So what is RAMP? What are you all here to learn about? It's actually our solicitation platform. It stands for the Regional Alliance Marketplace for Procurement. This is a platform that is hosted by the City of LA, and it actually houses all of the city's procurement or contracting opportunities. And this represents, just from the city alone, $4.5 billion of opportunities. This is how we advertise and make known to the business community what it is we want to purchase. So it really all starts with RAMP. In our first few years of opening RAMP up, not only to just house the city's opportunities, but some of our regions' opportunities, we now expect or know that RAMP actually houses $10 billion worth of opportunities. So we created this platform with the intent of centralizing as many contracting opportunities onto one platform as possible, making it a bit easier for businesses to navigate and find these opportunities in one space. So as we go through the presentation, we'll share more about who is on this platform and the opportunities that exist through not only the City of LA, but through these agencies as well. We have been adding these organizations for the past couple years, and it's really because there's such an intent from these other agencies as well to tap into our vendor pool, to really find businesses that they have not worked with before. That has always been the intent of the City of LA's, but we are seeing this as a more regional effort. And again, there's just so many opportunities to be had in this one platform. Next slide. Again, this platform was created to broaden this space and provide greater access to solicitations in one central location. That is at rampla.org. And it really gives businesses, and that's why we call it a marketplace, it really gives businesses visibility into some of the ins and outs of contracting. It gives you access to some of our purchasing managers. You'll learn in this presentation how to find that information so you can better communicate with some of the managers. It's a way for you also to build relationships with prime contractors. So you can partner with either each other as prime and subs, or even amongst this group here. So it's a really great way to network and find a lot of information about these contracting opportunities. And again, it is intended really to provide that ability for all of you to collaborate, because that really is so important when going about government contracting, is collaborating with one another so you can partner on some of these opportunities. Next slide. So really, this is just kind of a visual as to who else is also on RAMP. We do have LA28, known as the Olympics, participating in this space as well. They have not yet posted a lot of their procurements. They will be coming primarily probably in 2026, but in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of information about the Olympics and how to do business with them, what they are requiring of vendors. So you're going to want to register on RAMP to gain even that information. You see that there's City of Hope, Cedars-Sinai, we have Port of Long Beach, sports and entertainment represented by AEG. So there's really a huge gamut of opportunities that aren't just government related contracting opportunities, but you see here that there's participation from every type of sector. Next slide. Again, it's really a platform that gives you much more than just information about our opportunities. This is a platform where you can register your business and build a profile. You can build it to brag about all the things you've done, all the places you've worked, all the contracts you've held, so you can better market yourself to these agencies, as well as to the city, as well as to other contractors and prime contractors. So it's really a way for you to share more about who you are and what you do. So we encourage you to build a robust profile. This is also a place where you would identify the type of business you are through your industry codes or your NAICS codes. We'll share a little bit more about how you can get information on that. And this is also where you can share about your certifications. Many of these agencies, these businesses, these prime contractors are looking for certified businesses, specific certified businesses. So that is where you can also share about your certification history. It's also a place where you can get information about getting certified. The city does certify for free for the certifications that we offer. And if we don't offer them, we can also point you in the right direction. But this is really about learning how to go through the process. We provide bidding instructions and contract information. We identify other vendors who have maybe worked on these contracts in the past, so you can gain information on how to build a relationship, or would get information on who you'd want to build relationships with. This is also where our prime contractors do their outreach for subcontractors, for contractors such as yourself. So again, this is really a great platform to register on, even if you're not yet ready to do any type of contracting. Because as we said, this is where LA 2028 is also going to seek some of their vendors. So you'll want to start to ready yourself and familiarize yourself with the process. Waiting till the last minute isn't the time to jump on the platform. You're going to want to, again, familiarize yourself, get your certifications in place, understand this space a bit better, especially since many of you have said you have not been to these webinars before. So this is what we're encouraging you to do, is to really kind of get yourselves in order, get yourselves ready for all that LA is experiencing. Because not only do we house these $10 billion worth of opportunities, we know that our region is about to experience some incredible events, and we want our businesses to be able to take advantage of that and be ready for those opportunities. Next slide. Again, this is just more about what makes Ramp unique. It's about that connectivity. It's about how you can communicate with different vendors who are maybe in the same field as you, how you can follow up with them, how you can connect with city staff in asking questions, how you can attend pre-bidders conferences that allow you to get insight into the type of questions that get asked, or the type of things that get we require of our businesses. It's really a space for you to start to educate yourself as a business, especially if government contracting is something that you're interested in doing. Next slide. And with that, I'm going to hand it back to Liz.
Great. Thanks, Shannon, for that great overview of the benefits of Ramp. Now we'd like to share a testimonial video from one of our vendors on Ramp.
We don't have sound. You might want to start the video over with sound. No sound.
Crystal, can you stop and restart the video with sound? You may have to unmute yourself.
Hello, my name is Anita Vaughn, and I'm the proud owner of Brightworks Inc. Brightworks Inc. is a commercial janitorial service located in Covina, California.
Our philosophy is to take care of our employees, and they definitely will take care of our clients, providing the best cleaning solutions out there when it comes to just the regular general cleaning, carpet cleaning, floor care services, disinfecting. We started out with 3 vacuum cleaners and $700. and a lot of ganas. Many people would say that I was crazy when I started the business, but I'm proud to say that been in business now for 25 years. We're employing about 160 employees. It has been an adventure, and really have rolled up my sleeves and gotten in there trying to figure out how to grow the business and how to create jobs. I think we've made a difference within our communities. So one of the things I did do is getting involved and getting certified as a minority women-owned business. And by having that certification and really getting involved and using some of the things and tools that they offer to their suppliers and members has helped our organization get business, get contracts. I think RAMP is going to really help us out when we're trying to grow our organization and really make a difference in creating jobs. I think that's the biggest thing with this program. It helps create jobs within the communities that serve the city of Los Angeles. RAMP is just a program that actually puts the whole procurement opportunities on steroids. And that's the great thing, because that helps the small businesses when they're putting so much time and effort into the services that they're providing. I get a lot of calls from small business saying, hey, Anita, I'd like to know how you grew your business, or how did you do it? The magic sauce is really actually rolling up your sleeves and getting involved and really providing the quality service or the product that you're delivering. And these are just tools that you can use in order to master what you're trying to do and accomplish, grow your organization. So get involved, make an impact, register on RAMP, because those are the things that are going to help you. And that's what Help Bright works. We are certified, we're a women minority business, and that has given us the best opportunities in order to be able to bid on some of these projects that we have right now. For all you small businesses that are out there that are struggling and trying to figure out what is going to give them value, I encourage you to register on rampla.org. So right now, get on that computer and sign up.
Next slide, please. That was a great testimonial from Anita Ron on the benefits of RAMP, and we are glad that it has served her well as an important resource for her business. Now for an overview of the RAMP registration process. Next slide. The first step is to click on the Login Register green colored button at the top right-hand corner to begin the registration process. Next slide. After doing so, you will be taken to the Angelino account landing page. Please sign in by entering your email address. The registration process can be done rather quickly, taking about 15 minutes to complete. Next slide. Next, please enter your email again. Make sure that your password includes upper, lower, number, and special characters. And for your phone number, it's recommended that you list your cell phone number. Lastly, be sure to check I'm not a robot, then click on the blue register button. Next slide. The system will indicate that a verification email has been sent to you. So proceed to check your email for verification from Angelino. Next slide. You should receive a Welcome to Angelino email. Angelino is the city's single sign-on system, which allows users to log into several city websites with a single login credential. An Angelino account is required in order to register and log into RAMP. Activate your account by clicking on the green link within the email. Next slide. Fill out the noted fields. For sole proprietors, your name is the company name, not the DBA. Do not put a DBA as your company name. Sole proprietorships will show their tax ID number at the bottom. Next slide. Your title must be typed in where indicated. For sole proprietorships, enter the owner's name. Next slide. Complete all of these sections and only enter as a registered DBA. DBAs are registered with the county where your business is located, and it only applies to sole proprietors. You may add a logo if you have one. In the summary section, this is your opportunity to brag a bit about your company. The space allows a maximum of 200 characters, not including spaces, so please be concise. And for your business address, please do not use a PO box. Use a physical address, otherwise the system will reject your entry. Next slide. Please note that your phone number requires dashes. Please also enter your email address. If you have a business tax registration certificate or BTRC, please enter that number. Otherwise, contact the city's Office of Finance to apply for one. Your BTRC only applies if you're a business located within the city of LA, or if you're interested in doing business with the city of LA. Next slide. While it does not contain an asterisk indicating a required field to be filled out, please indicate whether your company is a for-profit or nonprofit business. The most important step is the register as, where it is encouraged that the prime sub designation is selected. By selecting this option versus only prime or only sub, you increase the number of notifications you may receive regarding all opportunities related to your business type. Please note that these designations refer to all types of vendors, not to be confused with only those in the construction field. Next slide. The North American Industry Classification System, or NAICS codes, can be found on your taxes on the header under box B, or you can find the codes at the U.S. Census website at the address noted on the slide. These codes are related to your business industry and are 6 digits long. By completing this section, you will be notified of contracting opportunities that relate to your business industry. Please review your company's NAICS codes to make sure the codes listed under your company's profile are relevant to your company's actual scope of work. Keep in mind that only your company's administrator can change your company's NAICS codes. Please see the user manual section for the support documentation on how to update your company's NAICS codes if necessary. Next slide. At this stage, you may complete the demographics that relate to you as the business owner. The, quote, other identifying info drop-down space is for identifying male, female, or other. The number of employees is optional if under 20. And for annual revenue, this information is optional to provide. For the work history section, it is an opportunity to tout your work experience. You may wish to use information from, say, a LinkedIn account if you have one. Next slide. This slide lists the various certifications that you may have applied for and serves as a space for verification of your current certifications with recognized agencies. You may skip the certification step if it doesn't apply to you. Otherwise, if certifications were completed by any of the other entities as noted on the left side of the slide, know that they are recognized by the City of Los Angeles as well. If you skip this section initially, know that you may return to it later if and when you have certifications to list. Next slide. You are now at the end of the registration process, where you can review your profile, listing your business information, so please take a moment to review it carefully. Next slide. After reviewing the information, scroll all the way to the bottom and click the green Submit button. Next slide. You are officially registered on RAMP when you see the "Thank you for your registering" message. Next slide. Now for a review of our RAMP resources. Next slide. To access these resources, please click on Support at the top right-hand corner next to the Login Register button, where you will locate frequently asked questions regarding registration, your RAMP profile, certifications, and other helpful information. You may also wish to refer to the set of frequently asked questions that were included in the initial email regarding your RAMP webinar registration. Next slide. You can also access user manuals for submitting your company compliance documents, for understanding the business inclusion program outreach process, as well as how to add NAICS codes and licenses to your profile. Next slide. Now we'd like to cover some frequent account-related questions. Next slide. After you have registered, you may have some additional account questions. One question includes, how do I update my business profile? We recommend that you refer to the Account Management Manual for guidance on how to manage users, pending or adding, and how to update your account. Only the noted administrator can add users and edit business inclusion program roles and access to others, can deactivate inactive users, add users, request certification verification, and submit compliance documents. You cannot delete users. You can only deactivate them. This is to prevent them from creating a new account. Any additional users must have an Angelino sign-in account and must have been added to your account during the registration process. Please refer to page 6, section 3A of the new registration manual for more information. Next slide. Another account-related question may be, how do I change the company name and tax IDs? The company name and tax ID are two fields the account administrator cannot change. In order to do so, please send a request by submitting a RAMP web form using the link shown on the slide and attach official documentation such as your Secretary of State, California, or your BTRC, your tax account document, any of these supporting your changes. Next slide. One last account-related question we receive often is, how do I change the company account administrator? If the current administrator is no longer with the company and or unable to request the administrative change, we ask that you send a request again by submitting the RAMP web form using the link on the slide and attach a letter on your company's letterhead. The letter should be signed by someone who is legally authorized to sign your company's documents, and it should state the following information: the RAMP ID number, the company name of the RAMP account, the name and email address of the new RAMP administrator. The administrator's login should be an email address assigned to an individual and not a group email. The new administrator should already create, or already have rather, an Angelino account and a RAMP user account. A new administrator can only be named if the person has both an Angelino and RAMP user account. And then state the reason for the change. Next slide. Now we'll cover some certification-related questions. Next. One common question about certifications is, what are the qualifications to be recognized as a certified company? The certifications FAQs can provide guidance on qualifications for the certifications listed on this slide. And some of them are the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise, Minority-Owned Business Enterprise or Women-Owned Business Enterprise, Small Business Enterprise, Emerging Business Enterprise, Local Business Enterprise, Small Business Enterprise for the proprietary, and our Harbor Local Business Enterprise certification. Next slide. Another common certification question is, how do I apply to be a certified company recognized by the City of Los Angeles? The Office of Contract Compliance, Certification, Outreach, Regulations, and Enforcement is responsible for administering the city's certification program and verifies certifications. You can visit the OCC website for more information. Currently, only the following certifications can be applied for through RAMP. Those include the Local Business Preference Program certifications, the Local State Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise, LAWA, which is used for our Los Angeles World Airports, our Local Business Enterprise for Harbor, which can only be used by the Harbor or the Port of LA. The certifications on our RAMP user manual can provide guidance on how to request verification, recognition of current certifications, and how to apply for the noted certifications on RAMP. Please note that when applying for any certifications, the legal name of your company should be used and not a DBA associated with your company. Next slide. Lastly, my company is already certified. How do I request to be recognized as such on RAMP? Please download the Certifications on RAMP user manual, which outlines the process for how to request verification of current certifications to be listed on RAMP. But remember that you must already be a certified company in order to be verified as such on RAMP. Next slide. Now for some questions about opportunities. Next slide. Some common opportunity-related questions include, how can I view or download the documents listed with an opportunity? You must be a registered RAMP user and logged into RAMP to download and view documents listed under an opportunity. Also, how can I be notified when an opportunity is posted online? The registered admin user on RAMP will receive the notifications. When an opportunity matches the NAICS codes in your company's profile, you will receive a notification. Next slide. Another opportunity-related question includes, how do I get more information on a specific opportunity? If you have a question about an opportunity, please contact the City Department contact person listed for that opportunity, who can answer questions regarding that specific opportunity. Next slide. This slide and the following 3 slides will show how to navigate through an opportunity to help you find the opportunity contact person. On your account, go to the search for opportunities. Fill in the information on the listed items on the left, customized to the opportunity you are interested in. Then click on any opportunity you're interested in, such as Innovative Partnership, as shown by the red arrow. Next slide. This slide shows the opportunity details, which includes the contact person. If you're interested in bidding on this opportunity, you may click on the quote, Add to Bookmarks button to save the opportunity for future reference. Next slide. Once you go back to your account, you may click Bookmarks on the left side of the company details list of items in order to access any bookmarked opportunities. Next slide. The opportunity, quote, innovative partnership will be saved to your account profile. Next slide. Now for a review of questions regarding compliance documents. Next slide. Regarding the submission of compliance documents, please know that all companies registered on RAMP may complete compliance documents in advance or at the time of responding to a contracting opportunity. All forms may only be completed and submitted by the company administrator on RAMP under the compliance documents section of your business profile, as shown on the next slide. Each form is only valid for a specified amount of time as indicated. You may refer to the company compliance documents manual under the RAMP support section for detailed submission instructions. However, please note that these instructions do not apply to bidders or proposers responding to contracting opportunities advertised by the Los Angeles World Airports, the Port of Los Angeles, or the Department of Water and Power. Next slide. Under the compliance documents section of your business profile, you may upload your disclosure ordinance and equal benefits / first source hiring ordinance affidavits, as well as your Executive Directive 35 compliance information. The submitted forms will be verified by the Bureau of Contract Administration only if your company is a successful proposer or bidder selected for contract award. Next slide. Lastly, pursuant to Executive Directive 35, if a bidder is selected and awarded a contract, and if the contractor is a for-profit company or corporation, the contractor shall, within 30 days of the effective date of the contract, and on an annual basis thereafter, within 30 days of the anniversary of the effective date of the contract, report the following information to the city via RAMP. And that includes the contractors and any subcontractor's annual revenue, number of employees, the location, industry, race, ethnicity, and gender of the major owner. The data collected is for informational and statistical purposes only and will not be used in the bid proposal submission, bid evaluation, or awarding process. For specific reporting instructions, please refer to the ED 35 compliance procedure on RAMP support at the link noted on the slide. Next slide. That completes our presentation for today, and we hope this information has been helpful in getting you registered on RAMP, as well as answering some commonly asked questions and demonstrating some key functions. However, please note that on next Wednesday, January 31st, from 1 o'clock to 2:30 p.m., we will also be hosting another very informative webinar as part of our small business webinar series to provide small businesses with resources and guidance on how to do business with the city. This webinar will focus on compliance and construction contracting. A registration link can be provided in the chat for your use in registering. And we hope you can join us for that webinar as well. Should you require additional RAMP information or assistance, please submit your request via our web form, which again can be accessed at the address shown on the slide. You may also wish to follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And because it appears we have a few more minutes before noon, we'd like to see if there's anyone who'd like to ask any questions live, or we can take any questions that haven't been answered in the chat function at this time. So I see one. Let's see how many we have in the chat function. So Ernie, I see you have a question. Ramp support, is there a customer service phone number to speak with someone about my registration? So Ernie, we don't usually do phone inquiries. We ask that you please submit your request via the web form. And if it can't be answered, then we can see about providing you with any additional assistance, either referral or any written resources that we may have to assist you. And we have the link there again. Trying to see if there's any other questions that have.
Liz, do you want some of them to just unmute themselves? I think there's a few hands raised as well.
Sure. Not sure who raised it first. Tawny King.
Okay, so you can go to job status and you can see there's no pending job. So it doesn't look like it doesn't recognize your job. Let me see, try it again. Try anything, just print any PDF and see if we can try and.
Hi, I'm Tawny King. Is someone else asking a question, or can I go ahead and ask?
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't. I thought that was you speaking. Go ahead,
Oh
Tawny.
no. Hi everyone. If you are currently a sole prop and you're in the midst of becoming LLC, but you registered as a sole prop, would you have to delete your old profile to make a new one as an LLC? Or can you change those credentials within the system as stated with the other credentials you can change within the system? Does that make sense? Did that make sense?
Yeah, you're going from a sole proprietor to an LLC. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you're going from a sole proprietor to an LLC, but you registered as a sole proprietor because that's what you were at the moment, but you're in the process of becoming an LLC. Would I have to re-register as an LLC, or can I just change it within the system with contacting you all?
That's a really good question. And I'm not even going to pretend to know that answer. Team, can one of you unmute and answer that question? Support team.
I would hope that you would just be able to update your profile. That's the whole point of you being able to update your profile. But if to the extent, I mean, I think you should just try to update it to what you are. And then if there are any questions, unless the team has any answers, then you would just contact our ramp support and we would walk you through the process. But if you haven't just tried to update it yet, you should probably see what you can change on that. I would hope you just be able to change it, since you are the owner and you are the one that has access to the ramp profile. That's what I'm assuming, is it's not registered to someone else. Okay. You should be able to do those updates. But again, if you can't, then yes, our ramp support team would be able to either walk you through that or work with our systems side to figure out the best way forward.
Okay, thank you so much.
Anyone want to add something?
Yeah, this is Joanne. Just to hop in here, if you submit a snow ticket to us in that web form that we listed in the chat, we can go ahead and work with you to go and change your sole proprietorship to an LLC.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that was something. Some of these functions on your profile are you're able to manipulate, others you're not. So yeah, whenever, as Shannon mentioned, if you're attempting to do that and it doesn't work for you, then always feel free to contact us with your issue via the ramp web form. Great, nice. See, I'm going to apologize for maybe not taking you in order. I see a hand raised by Sarah Bailey. Would you like to mute and ask your question?
Yes, hi, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to find out, I'm registered with RAM, which is great. And I am in the process of actually getting certified. I actually got a call. So I'm waiting for the all clear. Is it best for me just to, like, I really can't do any bidding until I'm like, get that certification, like once it got the all clear, or can I just, is there a way around it, or should I just sit still?
So, Sarah, some certifications aren't necessary, so it depends on the opportunity type that you're bidding on, whether they're requiring any of those certifications. But certainly, you can always, take advantage of the opportunities or respond to them. And but what you want to do is read the procurement document, whether it's an RFP or an RFQ, to be clear about whether any particular certifications are required in order to apply for a certain opportunity.
And most of our opportunities don't require certifications. The certification is a way for you to market to other businesses, also to us, who you are. So if a prime contractor needs to fulfill their requirement of having subs that have certain certifications and fulfill that outreach, that's why you also want to be certified, is because they then can identify you and include you in their outreach. So it doesn't preclude you from competing. So again, read the details of the instructions, but you won't have to wait to compete, but it might just not make you qualify for the purposes of the prime contractor's needs, outreach needs, if that makes sense.
Yes, thank you. Okay, awesome.
Right. Brianne, you want to unmute and ask your question?
Hi, good morning. This is Brianne Woodward, and I just want to know if there is a link available to find out what certifications the city certifies for free. And I just want to also confirm that when you're speaking about certifications, that those are related to like minority-owned, veteran-owned business certifications, and not a certification related to your particular service that you offer.
Yes, we do have, as I mentioned in the presentation, we do actually have certification FAQ and a manual on RAMP under the support section. So you can check those out to provide you with the guidance you need about what certifications are available for free.
And yeah, they were just dropped also in the comments. The RAMP support team provided that link. But again, to your point, yes, it is certifications on minority, women-owned businesses. That's the certification that we're talking about. If there are any other certification requirements as it relates to the actual service or good, it would be specified in the RFP. It would say that you need to hold certain types of certifications. But in terms of outreach and the ones that we're generally speaking of, it is to your point, the minority, women-owned businesses, veteran, etc.
Okay, thank you.
Emma, do you want to unmute and ask your question?
Yes. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. Thank you so much for the invitation to the webinar. So my name is Emma. I'm assistant to the director of HVAC company. As far as I remember, I registered our company last year, but I had some difficulties while looking for bids, opportunities. First of all, we wanted to find tenders. It was a big and very difficult path for me to find any kind of tender for in Los Angeles for HVAC companies. Then I found you, but I couldn't understand how can I use make of this website. That's why I'm here. Anyway, I would like to understand for HVAC companies, if you know this is a heating, ventilation, air conditioning companies, we have a license. I don't know for certification. So can we get registered or can we find bid opportunities in your website? Or there is no problem whether it's a license or a certification?
Yes, if you register and you list the NAICS codes, the industry codes that we mentioned, you're able to hopefully search for those types of opportunities. You can also do a search within RAMP for the type of opportunities that you're interested in. But by creating your profile and listing the NAICS codes, you will automatically get notifications for any opportunities that relate to your industry codes. So you can either wait for notifications and or do searches for those opportunities based on the type of work that you do.
So if I receive the link to the webinar, it means that I registered the company or no?
If you registered for this webinar, no, it doesn't mean that you're registered on RAMP. You have to go through, you have to go through the process that we described in the webinar in order to develop your profile and include all of the information that will be clear about the type of work that you do.
Okay. I'll check again, but I think I did it last year, and then I wanted to talk on phone, but I didn't find a phone contact. And then I think I wrote to Snow LACT. I just wanted to understand. So you are providing government opportunities, yes, not private companies opportunities, or no?
Both. We have
Both.
The city is the government entity, and there are other government entities like the school district, and there are regional partners that are private entities that also post opportunities there. So yeah, it's many partners.
And for HVAC companies, there is a code like C20. That's the license number, license code. This is the same like when you said NAICS. Is it the same? I mean, C20 is part of those codes.
I'm not sure about the license codes that you're referring to, but the NAICS codes, yeah, the industry codes are what you're going to want to list to describe the type of work that your business does. When you go through the registration process, it will ask you to search for the codes that are relevant to your business. And that's what you want to list so that you then get notified of any opportunities that any of the partners listed on the platform may be offering.
Yeah, and the last question, I was checking email again that I saw that I received some emails for RAMP LA, but what I saw that this opportunities, they do not fit us. I don't know how, maybe that's my fault that I didn't register appropriate to the to our company's profile, but what to do to be appropriate? I mean, to get only HVAC opportunities, not on any other, like plumbing opportunities or industrial opportunities. A lot of things come to the email. So how to do that?
That was the sort of the steps that we went through were the steps that you needed to take in order to get on RAMP. Have you attempted? I'm not clear if you've actually attempted to register on RAMP. Have you developed a profile at all?
If I am getting emails, so it means yes. Even I sent a message to a Snow.
But to the earlier point, and I think what you and Liz are both saying, yes, the NAICS codes, understand those codes and whether or not you've identified those in your profile, because if you haven't identified those, you won't get notified of any opportunities, because that's how we match you with the opportunities that, the things that we need and the business that you are. So go into your profile, confirm that that has been updated and done, because it sounds like you have a profile. You did get an email through Ramp, an invitation to this webinar. So go through the steps again to make sure that your profile identifies the type of business you are. And those are the NAICS codes that we spoke about.
Okay, so for support, because I wrote to snowlicity.org and I say that, yes, I need this support, but the message is coming again. Do you
Okay.
need this support? And nobody is answering me. Yes, let's
Okay,
have
so
that meeting.
so it was just dropped in the comments of how to reach out to them, and they'll definitely make note of your name and contact you.
I can write here my name, and yes, I would like someone to help me in this matter.
Okay. And then I think we have Platini.
I'll write email. I don't remember which email I registered, but these are
Our contact information is also in the comments in the chat.
yes, I wrote, but still I can't.
We are making note that we need to contact you. We're going to make sure we do for sure, Emma.
We'll check to see if we have received any of your web forms. It sounds like you said you did submit a form, so we'll look for that and follow up accordingly.
Okay, I will be very thankful.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
So Tini, do you have a question? Totini, I'm not sure if you still have a question. Your hand is up. I'm not sure if you still have a question or not. Or anyone else whose hand I don't see up. Okay. Ms. Lopez?
Yes, good morning. I'm not good with English, but I would like to know, we do cleaning services in LA, but I would like to know, to finish creating my my profile, what's the best option for me in that, what's to accommodate more for my business service.
Well, you said you'd like to finish it. So what do you know what part of it you may have any issues with?
Yes, I'm trying to see, because right now with I'm creating my vendor profile, and I'm in the process to see if it's construction, retail. I don't know what option it's best to describe my service.
What is this service that you said you do?
Cleaning.
Then
Cleaning.
what you want to do is go through the NAICS codes, the industry codes that we mentioned, and see which ones, starting maybe with the cleaning service, and see which one best describes the work that you do. You could also look at if you have your business tax ID.
I do.
You mentioned, okay. Then yeah, you'd want to go ahead and look at the NAICS codes in the chat there. We've put a link again that you can click on and to do a search for the type of description, the code that describes best the work that you do, because it does break it down further. So that's what you're going to want to do if it's very basic to your profile description.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate your help.
Certainly. Jose, you have your hand up? You have a question? And that'll be our last question for now.
Liz, I think Javier was up before, but
okay,
maybe we can close out with those two.
Either Javier or Jose, whoever wants to unmute.
Hi, I can go.
Great.
Thank you for taking the time. My name is Javier. I'm an architect here in the city of LA. I understand that recently, just a few months ago, City of LA opened up their registration to become I guess, a registered vendor to do projects as an architect for the city. It is my understanding that that only opens up maybe every 5 years. Is that correct? And then if we missed that boat, are we not able to do any projects as a prime consultant for the city? Do we have to wait another 5 years until it opens back up?
Do you know what department that was?
Um, let's see.
I think it might be Public Works or
Yes,
engineering that
it's
typically
Public
does
Works. Yep.
those
Yep.
lists. And that's just it. They have what they do is they create a bench, and they do open that up, but I don't know that it's only every 5 years. So again, you would want to finish your profile or build your profile. It sounds like you already did with those NAICS codes, because then you would be notified both when they open that up again, if another department is looking for their own
Yep.
set of architects. They are not the only list or only department that would necessarily do it. They are one of the main ones though. And you can also call in that, contact the person in that RFP that was
Mhm.
listed and ask them these questions, because the
Got it.
departments do these things on their own. And that's why we want to make you aware of those contacts. So you
Yeah.
can ask them directly, will the list be opening up in another year? Do I have to wait 5 years? Everything that you've asked here. So again,
Okay.
get familiar with those points of contact, because they can answer those types of questions directly.
Thank you very much.
Mhm. Jose, did you still have a question?
Hello, good morning. Yes, I have a small business that I started. I sell household products. So I started like I have a storage, and I collect all my products over there, and I do deliveries around the area. I don't go far away. I live in Koreatown. I don't go far away. I try to do like around like 2, 3 blocks around. I have customers. I'm already selling, but now I'm in the process like how can I make this a little bit bigger? But I know I need guidance from like I already have my the I don't have a website, but I already pay for the name, and I'm thinking how can I make this bigger and have more structure, because suddenly I started selling a little bit more, and I got like a lot of stress because organizing all this, it's a lot, and I've been doing all by myself. So this is the only way that I can get help from here, guiding guidance.
We're not really here to help you grow your business necessarily, but we do have resources, both from our business source centers that are nonprofits and that are done through our economic workforce development department. So reach out to us, ask for those resources. We do have them listed somewhere. I don't know if the team can put up a link to, here we go. So here's business source centers. They can start to help you through that process of getting connected to how to grow a business, how to build a website. The mayor's office is also expanding on some of those business, those items to grow your business. So we'll make that information available. It wouldn't necessarily be our team, but we can definitely point you to some of the resources.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, please refer to the chat. It's in that information, as Shannon mentioned, is there right now. You can click on that information and then please save it for future use. We do have a system of what we call business source centers that are especially and specifically established for the purpose of helping small business with their small business needs. So thank you for your question. And so with that, we've come to the end of our presentation for today. But please know that our next monthly RAMP registration webinar is scheduled for Wednesday, February 28th, again at 11 a.m. So again, thank you for joining us this morning and have a good day. Start the recording.